bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. With a new honey, they said I wouldn't make it, I'm like, you funny. Laughing at my haters like, you dummies. The night is young, girl, what can you do for me? 6 figures, 5 shows, big ballin'. Look, I'm very important. I took a break, had some things I had to get sorted. I might retire in my prime like I'm M. Jordan. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for Vanish. Be cooling out in the whip, but I done dared every girl on my list. KD at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Phelps in the pool, I'm like Speed at the Masters. Girl, you know you a bad. Girl, you know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, caught the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream. We the American dream. No money, no class, look at them. Another day in the USA. Just another day in America. Kids from my hood look up to the system set us up for failure. I just want to make enough to pay dividends. Then invest in black businesses. They teach us to hate what we see in the mirror, but it can't break our spirit. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands.
All right, Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. A moment ago, the pride of Massachusetts, the Patriots, introduced to this, as always, sold-out crowd as they get set to go head-to-head with the New York Jets. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the rookie out of Georgia, Sony Michel, finds an opening past the 40. And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. It's a big play there for the Patriots. 52 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days when quarterbacks would try this. They were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
Trying to pound it in here with Michel. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
And on this play, the read for the quarterback was the defensive end, and he was totally focused on the quarterback. He should have given it off inside to the running back. Instead, he kept it and ended up taking a loss on the play.
He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
So an opening drive field goal maybe doesn't whip this crowd into a frenzy, but I think that they will take the early lead.
There's no doubt about it. They will always take the early lead, and maybe that celebration comes later if they play well and they can break things open. But right now, this is all about letting the offense just get settled in.
Here we go, fellas. Here we go.
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Patriots have it. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
This is White on the screen. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James White, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Patriots add 6 to their lead. Gostkowski with the extra point. And the lead grows to 10-0. Gostkowski now out to kick it away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting position for the Jets as they come up 1st and 10. On the carry, it's Cannon. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
On 2nd down, here's Goff. Going up top. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 11.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Brady and the Patriots now, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Wait, 20! Wait, 20! Wait! Wait, get!
This drive starts out on the ground with Michel. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a 2nd and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around with the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. 20! And it's a touchdown for the Jets.
Now, that was a beautiful play. A pick 6. How would you punctuate something like that, partner?
What do you mean, with an exclamation mark?
Exclamation mark, a big word. What would you do with that?
Ampersand?
I like it.
Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And that'll cut it to 3 at 10-7. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position and not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. From the gun, it's Brady. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Brandon, they didn't get everything they wanted out of that play, but the tight end did. And I don't mean it in a positive way. Great job of him holding on after absorbing that big hit.
On 2nd down, Michelle. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Working from the gun, it's Brady. He's going to air it out for Dorsett. This is intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. Well, when I saw the pressure coming at him, that just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw? And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Here's Cannon. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. With Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Jets in possession as we begin quarter number 2 here. And they've got it here with a 1st down. Here's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Dante Hightower in there to get him, and that's sack number 6 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now Goff. Looking deep downfield. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 49 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. They'll run. This is Cannon. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Goff. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They get only a yard there. Now it's 3rd and goal.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. Now the Jets will call on a field goal unit here. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is indeed good, and that will knot us up at 10. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field. In a tie game, both sides are looking for something to give them an advantage. It often falls back on special teams. And that return, that could be the spark to untie the game.
So Brady and the Pats take over 1st and 10 at their own 44. They begin with Michel on the ground. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
Sugar!
They'll run it here. This is James White, and he'll take it down shy of 45 at the 46. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Wait, 20! 380!
Brady now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Gordon. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. That'll be a New England 1st down, a gain of 12. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
We got 4. Blue 20! All right, 20! Nice, we can!
On 1st down, Brady. Over the middle here to Brown. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested 1st half. Back to Foxborough after this.
No, 66!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
And that's their first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Brady to throw. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. The ball comes out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds.
I don't know about you, but I could hear and feel the sigh of relief all the way up here in our booth.
That was palpable. The sideline, the friend there.
No doubt about it. Ball goes over the sideline, able to retain possession, no turnover. I know his coaches are screaming, just hang on to the ball, man.
Sugar! Stop!
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. Oh, it's a touchdown if he holds on. Instead, it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. And got Gostkowski's kick is good. And they will take the lead at 13-10. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And the return stops just a little bit shy of midfield at the 48-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. On second down, here's Brady. Brissett making the catch. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Brady. Man open left side is Brown. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Brady now on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Snags it for the pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. 15 seconds, all that remains for this first half as they come up 1st and 10. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17 as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. Now the Jets offense gets ready to head back on the field. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line. Here's Goff now on second down. Looking long for Westbrook. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Throwing on third. Gone. Letting one go deep for a Nunwa. And got his man complete. There he goes right side. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Quincy Enunwa, 76 yards. And the Jets are able to strike for 6. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. Here comes Philip Dorsett now to return it. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Here comes the Patriots offensive unit. They'll have it first here to begin the third quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned. Because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
20! 20!
On first and 10, Brady looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brown. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 13 and a New England first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And dropped at the 35, but able to display some strength on the run. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Brady to throw on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And now running right through it. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll try to get the ground game going with Ingram. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw on 2nd down is gone. And this is caught at the 8. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Chris Herndon with his first career NFL touchdown. And the interception by the Jets D leads to a touchdown. Now the punter who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. Now White on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So the Patriots coming out now. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know what, a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. Brady, 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10.
Alabama, 380.
They'll run it now out of the gun. A good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
And it's Michel once again. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What, is it 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Gordon. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 7 yards to pick up on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tackle made by Foley Fadukasi, the former UConn Husky. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
72. Let's go.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. It'll be called a gain of 2, and that'll leave them with some options here on 4th and inches.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They're running it. It's Michel. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. A solid pickup of 5 and a very solid 4th down conversion. And defensively, pure frustration. Now a play fake here on 1st down. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this 3rd quarter of play. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Brady. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
On 3rd down, Brady. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. The big nose tackle, Danny Schiff.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bathema Bagley, used to say, don't.
And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Dante Hightower. He's the one to get it, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. On 3rd down, it's Canada, and he'll get it up to the 12-yard line here. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought the punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
An unbelievable punt there. We're talking 70-plus yards. And the Pats will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10.
Here we go! Sugar!
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. They'll rifle this one deep right side. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
To throw is Brady. Over the middle, complete. That's Brown. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
And there's a man they call AB, always a volume receiver. He gobbles up catches. Holds the number 2 and number 4 spots for most receptions in a season in NFL history. And in 2015, just 7 catches shy of setting the single-season mark for most receptions, currently held by Marvin Harrison, a Hall of Famer.
He had 136 catches that year on the heels of 129 the season before. A pickup of 5 that time and a 1st down. Shotgun now for Brady. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. He was looking for Evan Ingram, the tight end, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Let's go!
Brady again here on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one goes for 24 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. Throw left side complete. It's Brown. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball. When you put up a token press, make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. Inside the red zone here. They'll lift to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
29, Alpha!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Again, it's Michel. And he will have the 1st down before he's brought down at the 3. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
And that's why you spend a 1st-round draft pick on a running back. Not for just the fancy runs, but these dirty, gritty 3rd and 1s, 3rd and 2s. That's why you draft him.
He'll get it up the middle. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you could darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best.
And he's over the line and into the end zone for a Patriot score. Jeremy Hill, his first touchdown on the year. And the Patriots have cut it back within a score. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Operating from the gun. Brady, and it's incomplete. But a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. Well, Antonio Brown can wreak havoc in so many ways. Here he's able to cause a PI penalty.
He runs at defensive backs with such speed and power. I think it creates panic on their end, and a lot of times they just reach out and grab him, and that's the result there, a pass interference call.
The Patriots, of course, famously had a two-point conversion go against them in the Super Bowl, and now they'll try one here. Here's a toss coming right, and he will get into the end zone as a two-point conversion is successful, and the lead is down to a field goal here in the fourth. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. Now D.D. Westbrook to return. And he breaks it all the way out to the 38-yard line. Great return. So out now come the Jets. After the touchdown we just saw, we have a brand new ball game. And now look at the situation. You got plenty of time on the clock. Defensively, they have 3 timeouts. So do you run the football here or do you throw it?
I think you have that full conversation with your offensive unit, and you tell them, here's the situation. They've got all of their timeouts, so we are not going to play this conservatively. We've got to attack them. We've got to make them use those, gain the ground that we need in order to put this game away. If you think we're just going to run it 3 times and punt it, you've got another thing coming.
Yeah, and by the way, also the 2-minute warning in play, so essentially 4 timeouts left.
They have to be aggressive here.
They'll run with Cannon. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. Looking long for Westbrook. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And after the broken tackle, couldn't get free for much space, taken down right at the 10. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Back to the ground, this time with Ingram. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Mark Ingram, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets are going to add on to their lead.
Well, it'd be real easy to say that they are firmly in control right now, but I'm looking at your face and I'm thinking I've got to be careful with that.
Well, it's a 2-score game. You're inside at 2 minutes. I think you can breathe relatively easily now.
Yeah, you can, but still, you got to stay vigilant. Can't give up anything cheap and easy. That could put you in some jeopardy.
The extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now the punter, who also does the kickoff duties, Locke Edwards, out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And now out come the Patriots. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting.
And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jamal.